Allie's World. This show is called Allie's World. This show's for kids and grown-ups. Today on Allie's World, we're going to meet Vitaly opekan and learn some Russian words. We are also going to go to Remick farm and learn about pumpkin carving. We're going to visit Fryeburg, Maine. And don't forget our chat with Raymond and Sybil Banfield. Now I get to do some arts and crafts, fun for kids. Just think after you watch the show, you can do these things too. I hope you enjoy Allie's World. Now let's visit Fryeburg, Maine. Here's a map of the world. Here's the United States of America. Here's Maine. Here's a closer-up picture of Maine. Here's Fryeburg, Maine. On this day, we went to the Fryeburg Historical Society to see old photographs of Fryeburg, Maine, the oldest town in Oxford County. The Fryeburg Historical Society building is on the National Register of Historic Places. They think this building was built in the 1820s. It's about 180 years old. This old building was special to the National Registry because it is the only 19th century masonry government office in western Oxford County. Masonry means it was built with bricks. We went inside the Fryeburg Historical Building and met Nancy Ray. Nancy shared her old photographs with us. This was the Oxford House. It was on the main street of Fryeburg until it burned down on August 31st in 1906. Some other buildings burned in the same fire. The total damage cost about $90,000, but only half of that, $45,000, was for the Oxford House's damage. Nowadays, that would be millions of dollars. Then it wasn't even $100,000. Things sure have changed. This is the main street today where the Oxford House used to be. But don't worry, they built a new one. This is the Oxford House in today. It is almost 100 years old. This is the Mulford House. This is another picture of the Mulford House. That was then, this is now. Next to these buildings, there's a fire station. Near the fire station is this old barn. We found in some of these old photographs. I guess the Fryeburg Tavern stood here, in front of this old barn. Here's the barn beside the Oxford House. Can you believe it's still standing? I guess the Oxford House stood right there, too. The Oxford House sure was big. Back then, the main street was lined with pretty elm trees. They got Dutch elm disease and had to be cut down. Isn't that sad? Trees sure do make a difference in the look of the town. This house was called the Dana House. It was built in 1816. It had beautiful trees. Now the post office is where the Dana House used to stand. The Dana House sure was grand. I found out something really neat. There's a tunnel under the road from the old Dana House to the house across the street. The tunnel was used as a part of the Underground Railroad. It wasn't a railroad for trains. It was a part of the Underground Railroad to help slaves escape to freedom. I guess they could hide in the tunnel. So people who lived in these houses helped slaves escape to freedom. Isn't that amazing? Unfortunately, in 1956, when the Dana House was torn down, the tunnel got blocked at one end. The house was 140 years old when this happened. But they saved the barn. It is still in Fryeburg today, and it's almost 200 years old. Isn't that terrific? It sure is nice when we can save old buildings. Here are the old elm trees lining the main street. The trees are gone now. Now there's a big gas station, but no trees. This gas station was next to the Historical Society building. The library is on the other side of the Historical Society building. It was built in 1890. That means the library is over 100 years old. The ivy sure was pretty. Look at that old window. Next to the library is the old village cemetery. It was established. That means it was started in 1787. That's over 200 years ago. Next to the cemetery is the old Grange Hall. There are so many buildings here that were here 100 years ago. This is the oldest town in Oxford County, you know. Look, this building is still here. It looks exactly the same. The building next to it is still here, too. It looks like they took the dormers off, but it pretty much looks the same. This bank had elm trees and old houses behind it. Now they are all gone. This building was across the street from the bank. It burned down. There it was, then it wasn't. But there are a lot of old buildings still standing in the business district of Main Street. This building is gone and this one is newer. These old pictures are so neat. We can compare everything. Look, here's a blacksmith shop. It was built before 1869, and it's still here. That's over 100 years old. Here's a picture of Clarence Mulford in about 1935, standing in front of the blacksmith shop. Here I am in the year 2003, standing in front of the same building. This building has been here a long time, too. But the gas pumps are gone. Look at that old car. This building is still here, and so is this one. Isn't it cute? It was built in the 1930s, so it's about 70 years old. Hey, give it a few more decades and it'll be a century old. This bank went in after this house was torn down to make room for it. This would be almost a totally old Main Street if this building was still here. So 3 of the oldest buildings are gone from this old business district, but 5 buildings still remain. I hope they can stay a long time, so that Main Street can still be old-fashioned and the oldest town. I hope you enjoyed visiting Fryeburg, Maine with me. Bye. I wonder what's up next. Now let's meet Vitaly Opekan at Ham Arena. Vitaly is a professional skater. He married Tina Tisser this summer. Look, I think he swept her off her feet. You should see him skate. Look at that fancy footwork. He sure must have strong legs. Let's ask him some questions. Do you work here at Ham Arena?
Yes, I'm working with Mount Washington Valley Skating Club.
Do you like doing that?
Yes, I like it.
Do you teach these kids how to skate?
Yes, I teach these kids skating. They learn it every day more and more.
Thank you.
And what is it in Russian?
Спасибо. Спасибо.
Spasiba. Let's watch him skate. Wow, what a move. Let's ask him more questions. How do you say your name?
My name? Vitaly.
Where are you from?
From Moscow, Russia.
What's it like in Moscow?
How is it like?
Yeah.
Big city, looks like, I don't know. Might be like New York in the United States, yeah.
What language do you speak?
Russian and English.
And how old were you when you started skating thing?
3 years old. It's like little.
He was smaller than these kids when he learned to skate. Good thing she's wearing her helmet for safety. I wonder if they'll skate like Vitaly one day. Wow, did you see that? Let's learn some more from Vitaly. How do you say hello in Russian?
Hello, здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Do you understand? Can you repeat?
He wants to hear it.
Здравствуйте.
Can you say that?
Can you say?
That's a long one already.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's more easier. Hi. Привет. Привет.
Привет.
Привет. Yeah. It's meaning hi.
Wow, Russian sure is hard to learn. I guess skating is too. Vitaly is teaching Tina how to skate and how to speak Russian. Let's see what she knows.
Очки is glasses, and
Home.
dom is home, okna is window, zerkala is mirror,
Wow.
pushka is cat, female cat, zanavieska is curtain, table is stol,
She sure knows a lot of Russian words already. I wonder how long it might take her to learn how to skate like this.
Oh.
Wow, what a jump! What was that jump called?
No, it's got in half.
2.5.
I think he's going to jump. He sure makes it look easy. I hope you enjoyed visiting Vitaly Opekan with me and listening to Tina speak Russian. Here's what's next. Now let's chat with Raymond and Sybil Banfield. We'll learn things from when they were little kids 80 years ago. What was school like back when?
And we used to have to line up and march in the morning, and when we got out at noon or at night, we'd all have to line up and march out, clear out to the sidewalk and come down. Yeah, we marched to music, Beth. Get out. That's how it was then. You couldn't come out one and two at a time. When school let out, you all lined up and marched down the stairs, or the whole school would march out to the sidewalk.
I asked them where the school they went to was, so I could go see it and imagine them there. You don't believe what they told me. They burned it down.
Oh, it was only years ago they burned it.
It was behind the white church in Conway, New Hampshire. Now it's not there anymore. This is the spot where Raymond Sybil's school used to be. But they burned it down last year. Isn't that sad? I think they should try and save all the beautiful old buildings. They could put new things in them and make them safe and beautiful again. Then everyone will get to enjoy seeing the old buildings. This is the Historical Society. It's an old building people can enjoy today. These old barns look very pretty and useful to me. I think they got moved here. Someone took the time and money to save them. I'm so glad. I hope nobody tears them down. I hope when I get bigger, there will still be lots of old buildings for people to learn from and appreciate. Don't you hope so too? I wonder what's up next. I've always liked Halloween. How about you? This was me when I was a little baby in my very first Halloween costume. I was a pumpkin kitty. What's a pumpkin kitty? And then I got bigger and put on my own makeup.
What are you? Monster. How do you growl?
Now you're going to see me at different ages trick-or-treating. Listen to the music in the background. It's more of Dan Brown's music. If you listen and watch, you might feel different emotions depending on which pictures we show you. This song by Dan Brown is called Angels and Demons. I bet this piece of Dan Brown's music might feel totally different with different pictures. Musical Halloween moment. Here's what's up next. Now let's visit the Remick Country Doctor Museum at Remick Farm in Tamworth, New Hampshire, USA. We went pumpkin carving last October, before Halloween. This is Remick Museum and we're gonna go pumpkin carving. Remick Country Doctor Museum and Farm. First we had to pick out a pumpkin. This is the pumpkin I picked. They have pound shoes. My daddy kept the pumpkin.
You gotta keep your fingers away from it.
Gotta be very careful, it's a sharp knife. My brother's watching. Almost done.
Look inside. Pumpkin seeds. Look, seeds.
Oh, look at all the goop inside. With the insides, you can make a pumpkin pie, or dry and eat the seeds, or save the seeds to plant next year, and grow new pumpkins. Oh, and smelled it. We put the pumpkin seeds into the trash. I gotta go to get a pattern and tool. I tube the dye onto the pumpkin. Addie did all the cutting for safety, because the pumpkin cutting tools are sharp.
Oh, look. I did it. Okay, more here, Allie.
Owen's thinking he wants to throw something away. Oh no, he tried to throw a top away.
No, not the lid, Owen.
I guess he was trying to help clean up. What a silly boy. Then we took the pattern off.
Yo.
Then we went outside to put our pumpkin on the porch. Look at all the pumpkins. We let everyone's pumpkin.
What do you think?
Great. Then we went inside for stories and treats. There was a storyteller at Remick Farm.
Can't go under it, can't go around it, can't go around it.
He had us climbing.
Gotta go over it, gotta go over it. Ah, can't go under it, can't go under it. Guess we're gonna swim it, guess we're gonna swim it.
He had us swimming.
Hey, this tree, let's climb it.
Owen liked the stories too. His story sure tired me out. We had a great time at Remick Farm. At Remick Farm, they have an old-fashioned well pump. Look, I'm pumping the well. People used to buy these. Sometimes they were outside. That must have been hard work. We sure had fun at Remick Farm. Hope you did too. Here's what's next. Now let's do a quick arts and crafts. First, color your paper with all different colored crayons. And then color on top of it with a dark black crayon. Then scratch little shapes and pictures in it. I'm using the toothpick. I have fun doing this. I hope you do it too. I hope you enjoy doing crayon creations with me and Callie and Owen. I'd like to thank all the people who helped me make this show, like Nancy Ray at the Fryeburg Historical Society, Vitaly Opekan and Tina Titzer, Callie Broyle, Raymond Sybil Banville, and Dan Brown. He made the music since animals. We used that music for the whole show. Now you can email me at aliceworldnh@hotmail.com. Hope to hear from you. Tell me what you think at aliceworldnh@hotmail.com. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed Allie's World. Won't you join me next time? We can have lots more fun.
Those was the good old days, Beth. Some different than then and now.